Hi guys, so today I was on Twitter and I noticed one of my authors tweeted something saying, "Oh boy, my son is coming the age where he can actually read the novel I wrote." And the novel that this particular author wrote is a romance novel. So we have this mom imagining what it will be like having her son read this romance novel she wrote. That can get to be a little iffy sometimes. But she did exactly what you're supposed to do, and that is write like no one is watching. During your first draft, this is especially important. You are writing for yourself. You are not writing for anyone else. You should not be imagining what someone may be thinking as they read your novel, because they're not going to be reading it anytime soon. You are writing a story for the first time, and you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you're going to end up changing a scene later on. You don't know if you're going to get rid of it completely. So why waste your time worrying about how your friends and family might react to reading something you wrote? Later on, when you're doing rewrites and edits and you're getting ready to get published, yes, you can consider what other people will think when they read your novel, because that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to sell something to them that they will enjoy. You don't need to write it so one specific person will like it. You need to write it for a specific audience. Like if you're a young adult writer, you need to write something that young adults will like. And if you're a romance writer, you're not going to write about horror. But say you are a romance writer like the author I follow on Twitter. You're not going to conform your novel to something that you think will be acceptable for your kids to read. You conform your novel to something that is acceptable for society to read. Because obviously, unless you're in that market, you don't want to write an explicit book. The last thing you want to consider is what your grandparents will think when they're reading this, because that's what's going to stop you from getting to the core of that story. There's going to be that little voice behind you saying, "Don't write that, don't write that, that will seem weird." But you need to write what makes you happy. So do you guys hold back when you write? Do you ever think, my parents wouldn't approve of that when you write something? Or do you just go off by yourself and worry about what other people will think when they read your writing later? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.
Time supposedly heals for some reason, thinking that will help. How can you know that when it doesn't hurt to think about it? You first want to suffer through it. Is it when you forget? Find out later